What is up, all my faithful followers of YouTube that I send my video links out and force you to watch? I had a great opportunity to make some more videos recently to document the adventures we had with Chris and Kenzie and their kids.
Hiking. Cheese. You say.
Basically, if you ever thought to yourself, man, I wish I could visit Troy and Casey, but we just don't know what we would even do. Well, sit tight and fear not, because I have got you covered over my mini 3-video docu-series coming to a YouTube near you.
Okay.
One thing to expect is that I will try and highlight the best parts of your trip. As you can see, Chris has some amazing calves, and I wanted the world to know. Good news for you, in order to keep up, you do not need softball-sized calves to hike with us. As you can see, 3 out of the 4 children walked the entire time. For those children who don't want to walk or are physically incapable, good news for you, we have a Casey. Casey is an outstanding athlete with mule-like characteristics. There is no trail too steep or child too heavy that she can't handle.
Let's go get it.
The hikes here vary from little kids with Barbie dolls to old men wearing zip-off pants and walking sticks. Our first hike of the week, we had an opportunity to do a feats of strength. As you can see with Chris, he took the opportunity to run across that super sketchy log. This is an obvious level 8 difficulty. Following Chris's shining moment, we see Ty leaping over a large gap in the trail. Failure to jump over this will end in a very wet foot. Ty leaps and ends up getting 2 feet wet because he is 2 years old and jumping is hard for those little stumps he calls legs. We also found a rock climbing feature that Annie and Braxton made it up with ease. Most children would cower at such a rock. These two did no such thing. One thing that the Troy and Casey excursion offers is something very unique and one of a kind. No other place does this. We give the video camera to the children to capture the excursion through their eyes. The quality is terrible and you will definitely become motion sick after several seconds of watching. However, it will leave a lasting impression for generations to come.
Yourself?
Now the motion sickness has subsided. We have come to our first waterfall of many. This is not a waterfall that people come for miles around to see. However, it does give us a good opportunity to see how out of shape people are. It is obvious that the Booty Blaster 2000 has paid great dividends for Chris's health. So we have come to the time when people like to ask, what's the culture like here in Western North Carolina? Well, I'm glad you have asked. Many people may have seen the show Deliverance from the 80s. Well, that is just a typical day here for Casey and myself. The sweet tang of the bluegrass and that sweet hot sound of the banjo keeps us on our toes each and every day.
I know, but we don't have it. How is it, Jack? Say good? Say nice. Say nice.
Once you get out of the Keep Asheville Weird scene, it is very much a diverse melting pot of Appalachian rednecks. They are all as nice as can be. They stand 6 foot 5 inches tall at the age of 13, and they eat a dozen eggs every morning for breakfast. Casey and I feel like we've become a part of them. Let's talk about Ty. That kid has Appalachia running deep in his veins. Although he only says about 10 words, you can tell he's no Utah boy. He calls his mother Mimi, and any puddle he sees, he has now become a part of that puddle. From eating bugs, catching squirrels, to riding bears in the backyard, he is no stranger to the Blue Ridge lifestyle. Then there is our buddy Brax. We aren't sure where he came from, but he's as sweet as McFarland's apple pie. He gives the best hugs, and, well, I think he fits right into that Asheville weird scene. We love him all the same now. Round 2, here we come. Now that we have seen what you're made of, it's time to start the real hiking. After we saw that Annie was ready to do a few feet on Everest, we knew she could absolutely crush this next hike. Jack, on the other hand, well, we are glad to say we brought the backpack with us. So you're probably wondering to yourself, what do all these hikes include? I could go hiking where I'm at. Oh, really? You have the luxury of Troy telling you all the very true stories that have happened on that hike. You even have your own personal cooler carrier that packs you a sophisticated, highly artesian sandwich for the peak.
Do you want to come film?
I didn't think so. These hikes are handpicked for each and every person to ensure that you're getting the most of each minute that you've entrusted your time to Troycee's Fun Time Asheville Adventures. Let's be honest, you're probably watching this thinking, well, this doesn't look too hard, Troy. Look at Ty, he's wearing sandals and a gold chain. Anybody can do this hike. Well, that kid is a purebred, man-made American Troy and Casey gene pool purebred. So, if you think you can handle that, then yeah, go right ahead. Enough about my family for a while. Obviously, Kenz is struggling with this hike and is thinking to herself, damn you, Troy. But look at these beautiful smiles from her children. As I said earlier, Chris did great and continues to do great. The man is like watching a gazelle prance through the safari while narrowly escaping the pouncing lion. Each time we go on a hike, we choose one person to make an ASMR video. Obviously, Braxton wanted the first stab at it. As you can hear, we are right around 6,000 feet, which is basically the highest you can go. So enjoy some nice, long breathing from Braxton.
Good job. Alright, let's stop right here. Let's video what we have left to do. Look at how far they are.
Black Balsam Knob, one of the highest peaks east of the Mississippi.
Good job,
With
Ty.
views like that, it makes everyone want to just sit and take it all in.
Come on,
Luckily,
Annie.
Casey and I had planned ahead and brought all the goodies and snacks. Nothing is worse than going on a hike and crashing at the top, not having enough energy to make it back to the car. Luckily for you, Casey has covered it with all her homemade, highly healthy, and extremely nutritious food.
Ty, what you doing? Annie, what you doing? Hey, Jack, go stand by Ty. Alright, you two say cheese.